So we're here on Howth Head, and we're here with the Old Irish goats as part of the conservation grazing project we've going on here. My name is Jeuken, and I'm the goat herder with the Old Irish Goat Society. We are utilising these goats, the Old Irish goat, for firebreak management. It's a form of conservation grazing. We're also utilising them for invasive species. They do a great grazing service for us on invasive species, the Gunnera tinctora or giant rhubarb, for example. They are great for grazing out old ecclesiastical sites, old graveyards, churchyards, sensitive, delicate sites. The goats can come in and very carefully graze out these sites. Scarlet's always up front, and we've Lucy here. This is Ishka. She was named by the fire brigade. Their previous mascot is up on the hill. It's Sam. The Old Irish Goat Society are here to promote and protect our native breed, and the most sustainable long-term vision way of doing that is to give them a job and a utility. These guys, being a primitive breed, are hardy and resilient, which makes them ideal candidates for conservation grazing. They can manage very difficult terrains, for exposed areas where man and machine should not go, but they require very little inputs. They're very hardy, they're an all-weather goat. They can really help us out in a very sustainable manner, and in return we're looking out for them as well. They're an incomparable browser. They have a great taste for gorse, prickly plants, even noxious weeds, ragwort, thistles, nettles. They can manage an awful lot. A lot of areas where there is a risk of fire, it's just a build-up of biomass, and that has accumulated over a long stretch of time. With that, now that a lot of that scrub is woody as well, and your goats are your perfect browsers for those difficult terrains. They open up a space as well. Even in terms of creating fire breaks, they're very good for doing that, because they'll open up a space, create an access route, and that even allows you to assess your area. A lot of these areas are poor marginal land, not equipped for larger livestock, or difficult to access uneven terrain, where these guys come into their whole essence in these areas. So the goat, I suppose, is the first line of defence to send in there. They deal with all this kind of prickly, standoffish kind of scrub and open it up, and in time these areas actually become more like pastoral fire breaks. We're seeing that here in sites that we are managing, that a lot more grasses are coming in species, and they're just keeping it manicured, and in time you could follow it with different grazing stock like cattle and sheep. But the goats will be the first crew to come out, open up these sites, create a bit of a management, and then they're easier to maintain and stay on top of as well. We, the Old Irish Goat Society, have put out a recruitment for more goat herders and herder apprentices. So we're looking for people to join the team. What we're looking for is dedicated, interested people. I suppose it's a job out in the field. It requires a lot of commitment and dedication and a lot of skill, but it is incredibly rewarding and very unique, especially if you get to work with a crew like this. The skill set I would put the main focus on is your observation skill and getting to know your herd and your animal. These guys are out grazing 24/7. You're dealing with public sites, public grazing areas as well, but it's just about understanding your herd, your team, your landscape. Anybody experienced with livestock is a definite must. Experience with goats will be a massive benefit. They are a flighty animal. They're a little bit inquisitive and curious, so they'll put you to the test.